Yes, seems to be working. I'm trying out something new here. I'm in Portugal, visiting a friend, and I figured let's try create a video because I had this spontaneous insight that I really wanted to talk about. The topic is seriousness. Do we take life too serious sometimes? Or actually, let me be even more specific. Do we take the spiritual path too serious? I know I do sometimes. And it has its space to take the spiritual path serious, I guess. But when we conflate importance and depth with seriousness, I think we're missing out. Because there's something to this lightness that humor brings in that can make a topic easier to comprehend. Like it almost bypasses our own defense mechanism somehow. Yeah. And the reason it came up now is because the friend I'm visiting, we were walking through Porto the other day, and we speak there's a fly here who apparently really wants to be in the video. Yeah, so we speak a bit mixed languages, sometimes Swedish, Norwegian, sometimes English, a bit of German. So it's not so obvious that people understand what we were talking about. And we were kind of joking and laughing, and it sounded like we talked about some nonsense thing, but we were actually talking about ego falling away, having your identity ripped out of you, like really into this essence of life kind of thing. And there's something about that mix, that we don't have to stay serious just because the topic is deep. Yeah. What is it like for you? Is there anything in life right now that you've invested a lot of seriousness in? Maybe on the spiritual path, maybe on life in general. Just something that could benefit from some lightness, from some laughter. Seriousness. I have one foot in more of the corporate world, or whatever you like to call it. I work as a software developer as well. And sometimes I almost laugh at myself or like at the situation when I'm sitting in like business meetings or something, that it's almost like when you talk about important stuff like project planning or something, it easily becomes serious. When you talk about finances, it's like everyone put on this serious face as though I'm here as a professional and this is an important topic, so we're not going to laugh, we're not going to make jokes, it's going to be very strict. And I get it, because humor can be misunderstood, but that also strips away a bit of the aliveness, especially if you're going to make new plans or come up with something. The seriousness does not equal importance. And I wonder sometimes what it would do if we just drop the seriousness. Not the importance, just the seriousness. And one of those things I also find on the spiritual path, it's a rooster back there. It's like the wildlife is trying to join in, or maybe a rooster isn't that wild. But they told me the other day there's scorpions here as well. And I can be pretty badass, but when it comes to insects and animals, I'm a bit of a chicken. So, well, I guess I'm in good company with the rooster then. Okay, I was on a topic. Yes, seriousness on the spiritual path. Because there's something to these words that are like enlightenment, Satchit Ananda, awakening, oneness, Buddha nature. They hold a lot of like importance just in the way it is phrased. So if you know the right words, if you know how to describe it the way Ramana Maharshi did, or the way Jesus did, or the way Buddha did, if you know which scriptures is written in, if you know the history of certain characters or gods, somehow that gives you more of an insight. It's like, oh, you're worthy of listening to. And I'm not discarding that. Like someone who has studied the scriptures for years and years obviously have a lot of insight into that. But when it comes to describing it, or when it comes to helping each other unravel what we've misunderstood, that seriousness or those extra words can become more of a hindrance than they're helpful. And the same thing when we discard the easy explanations, kind of almost like this childish metaphors that, now I can't think of any, but you know, it's kind of like, oh, it's the hand pointing towards the moon. Don't look at the hand, look at the moon. They can almost seem like they're not advanced enough, so therefore they can't be pointing to truth. And I find sometimes it's the opposite. The words in the scriptures are sometimes written for different times than what we're living in now. And it can make it more challenging for us to take it in. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this? What's your relationship with seriousness? An invitation for playfulness, even when it looks like it doesn't belong. Yeah. It's lovely sharing this moment with you, but I'm wearing wool and the sun just came out. So for the sake of my body temperature and ventilation, I think I'll round off here.